Okay, welcome back to another week of analysis, basically to go through what we have gone through over the past 1 week and then expect what's coming up for the next week or even a couple of weeks, a month. Before we start the analysis, I want to talk about a crypto trade that I actually just took over this week, which is the Fetch AI. The symbol is FET, FET. So what I was looking at here is maybe I just do a replay here. Uh, Second. So when I was looking at this, we were somewhere on 25th or 26th, I think. Um, I don't remember the exactly, but and I was also given this idea on the second here. Was also given this Fed idea over here. As you can see, the date after this message was 24th. So I was actually looking at this on the 23rd EST time, 9:50 p.m. At that point of time, we already had the second daily fair value. So I will just hide this away. Just want to show you what I was looking at. So on a weekly time frame, sorry, 3 months time frame, we had a very nice 3 months closure over here, week into the RLL, and then on the monthly basis, we don't have anything here. It's also overlapping with monthly fair value gap. Go down to weekly, we have the first weekly mitigated. Um, if you follow my channel, you would know that sometimes I would demand for the second liquidation in the same POI. But for this one, you can see that it make a higher high internally. But if I go down to daily, I just want to confirm on the internal structure. So within this range, you can actually see that internally here we have already formed an internal high. So meaning that from external range we have a higher high, higher low, and internal range we have another higher high and higher low. And within this internal range, we also have a higher high and higher low. So what does that tell you? To me, I would spot that as we are bullish in a way. This would be the weak high. This will be the TP or the liquidity to be taken eventually if you long. And all this equal high would be the liquidity as well, which is the buy side liquidity. Um, so I looked at the look at this. I actually set a limit over here um, at 1.32, stop loss at this low, 1.17, TP at this buy side liquidity, 1.85. So why did I put the limit here? It was actually in the daily fair value below the 50%. And I think I was using this candle as, yeah, as the entry. Sometimes it has to be a little bit rely on the experience. Uh, You can set your limit here. It doesn't really matter, but as long as you get into the fair value gap, which is rebalancing the imbalance, you're good to go. So what happened next here is that don't be afraid that you see the price pump here. You want to chase um, at a higher entry, but now this is the liquidation. It was pretty clear and made it high. So let's see what happens here. Price came back down, filled, and then immediately pushed up. Immediately push up. Um, and then if you want to be aggressive, this would be your first TP level. But if you know that um this would be the weak high internally, you can also take profit over here. But for me, I'm pretty confident with the setup. That's why I set one TP at the buy side. Was holding full position to that. Price retrace a little bit. No bearish no bearish imbalance left. Still going higher. And then price took out the liquidity. So next target would be this high and this one. So let me put the line here just for you to look at. Price take out the internal high, sorry, the external high here, but I still have my target as the buy side liquidity. So let's see what it does. Price retrace back to 1.6. Quite a large retracement, but that's okay. We're still in imbalance over here. No H4, no 4 hours imbalance created. That's a good sign. Price continue higher, and TP tag. So that's um, sum up all the basically when I see this high taken out, I can actually move stop loss to here. But yeah, I was just holding full position to the type to the TP. So that's to show you the transparency. I have the call out in the channel, and also basically to show some transparency. So 26, I got the field. 27, I was sitting at 600%. And it was at 1.61 at point of time. That gave us about 1,300%. And eventually it tagged TP. I don't know because it tagged the TP. I don't know what's the percentage, but it tagged the TP during the midnight. So I couldn't really keep track of the percentage, but it just hit the TP by then. So yeah, basically if you're using a margin of like $50, you would probably get a 4-figure return. That's how we use the top down analysis to find out the trade. And I also had my screenshot of the P&L, which I had entry at 1.32 and close at 1.85, close to because of spread. So yeah. So for that reason, I will move on to the other crypto first, since I'm already at it. I don't have anything on the Bitcoin because it's just making all-time high right now. I don't like chase high over high or low over low, so I will not speak about that. I will just talk about what I have positioned myself in. I'd like to talk about this AVAX. So, in my opinion, we have 3 months fair value gap mitigated, liquidated again, and we had. It depends on whether the next monthly candle will form a new monthly fair value gap, but that's okay. I think we have multiple breakaway gap in terms of weekly over here. So I think for this internal high will be the next target point. Whether or not it will hit the all-time high, I think it might, but it's too early to say so. So for now, I have set my uh, position based on this first fair value gap over here. Um, I might revisit this to see whether I can actually move down to here for the better R. This since that it's the um, this is the institutional candle which actually liquidated and then move up higher. So I think this might be mitigated this area. So I think I will readjust this after this. Um, this is one of my three position that I've set my limit at. Next one here is Shiba. Something similar, I would say. I think this would be the next TP level. If we get a fill at this 2169, tagging this, we would be at 100% run. SSB, not as beautiful as the rest, but I think worth the risk to actually set a limit at. And I actually use this candle to set my limit. So yeah, I mean for next week wise, we will know whether there's a weekly fair value gap created from the internal structure. Okay. Next one, I will go back to Forex. So on a monthly basis, we have tagged out device side liquidity. We have all reason to actually move up even higher. Just because that the 3 month candle has not closed yet, and we have a lot of weekly imbalance over here left behind. So it might still go even higher and tag the all-time high. I'm not sure, but it has also the reason to come back down again because we have all the sell side liquidity at the bottom. We are right in the imbalance on probably the monthly time frame, I think. It did not close above it, so we really need to watch out for any reversal from here. What I had in on my watch list is actually very um basically I would say that for price action on the forex is not favorable at the moment. We have a couple of them on the weekly watch list. Just want to show you on what I have here. I just buck it out because we are right in the weekly fair value gap here. So on monthly time frame, this is not looking too good. So I just flag it for now. I don't have any idea whether we should actually long or actually short it. So keep it for now here. Canadian, Japanese yen. So what I actually noticed when I was going through my analysis just now is that most of the cross pair versus the Japanese pair, it looks like the order flow is going bearish. It does mean that the Japanese yen is going stronger. So as you can see here, we we were in monthly fair value gap. We had the monthly candle close bearish. Within a week into this 3 months fair value, but if we really had this 3 months candle closing by end of December in this way or even bearish, even more bearish, I think we are going lower. So right now on the weekly time frame, we don't have any weekly fair value gap over here. We had multiple weeks into the imbalance, and then we broke down last week eventually. So I think we can wait for the next weekly candle to see whether we can have a good fair value gap created, and then we can take an entry from there down to all this um sell side liquidity, all this sell side liquidity. So eventually we would want to target all this if we are bearish. The same thing on New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Um, we have this. We also have this. So right now we are not looking good on all this pair. We would likely have to wait for a lower time frame retracement back to the premium, and then we take a shot. Euro dollar, this is marked out. But on monthly basis, we are in monthly fair value. If we are bearish, we would react somewhere here. So right now it's waiting. Now New Zealand dollar, we still actually have this monthly fair value gap not mitigated at all. So let's just mark this out. So if price were to mitigate one more time and has a lower time frame upside, I think we can take along. If not, I think we are going down deeper to the monthly fair value. New Zealand dollar Swiss franc, um, monthly fair value. We are looking bearish at this moment, but keep in mind that we still have reason to go further up because we have already liquidated all this low here. Um, but within these few weeks candle, I don't think we are looking good for any upside yet, unless we had a strong push up this fair value gap, and then we can take a long back to this buy side liquidity. Otherwise, if we had um a very weak closure into this weekly fair value, we can take a shot back to the sell side liquidity. It depends on how you react over here. Two scenarios I will be looking at. um, for silver, I would say a little bit iffy compared to the gold. So on a monthly basis wise, it's not looking too good for here. Honestly, if we have price revert back to this 26, 20, 26, 25, or even 24, 23, I think it's a really good chance for us to buy. I would definitely load up uh, more position over here and actually heavier position in here so that we can take it back all this buy side liquidity. It's definitely looking very good in a long time frame. I mean, sorry, on a higher time frame. So, um, but looking at weekly time frame, we had this weekly fair value. We mitigated it, liquidated again. So let's see whether we have 4 hours here. We do have 4 hours here. So it really see daily, no closure on daily. So let's see if we get the next candle here, creating the next daily fair value. We might be able to take something from there, back to this buy side liquidity. Um, so let's see what's going on. Once it's created, I will move this to my daily watch list chart, and then we will look out for along. Um, Euro Japanese yen. This is something similar to what I said just now. The New Zealand dollar Japanese yen and Canadian dollar Japanese yen. So this is even more bearish, in my opinion. The reason behind, because we don't have any monthly fair value gap created over here. Like, unlike this one, we had monthly fair value gap created. So to me, Euro Japanese yen is definitely still even more bearish. I think we can take out all this sell side liquidity eventually. Um, so we did not have any weekly fair value, but we had this daily fair value mitigated, liquidated again. Um, this was a prime shot over here. So right now we can wait for price to reverse to basically retrace to any of this fair value, and then we can take a shot. So this is on my daily watch list. Definitely looking at this maybe towards the December timeframe. Be careful a little bit because December is usually quiet Christmas period, holiday period. So price action might be going sideways for a while, but we will see. We take what it has. Um, so dollar Swiss franc, I think we are bullish at this moment. Can't say for sure because the bearish order flow was disrespected. The bullish order flow got disrespected again. But we also had sell side liquidity, we had buy side liquidity. So I will just mark off for now. Um, right now we take what it is. So we are in weekly fair value over here. Ultimately, I would want to have price to actually mitigate once more to see whether we can have the long back to this ERL. If we get something like this, then we can take the long. Last one on my list is EuroCAD. This is something that I might actually focus on the lower time frame. Um, so we had daily fair value get created. Um, it did not had sorry, it did not had a closure. So in my opinion, I think we are still bullish, but it just needs to have the price to retrace back to this daily fair value gap here. So what I had in mind is that I actually drew this on Thursday or Friday. I wanted price to actually mitigate it to this week, 4 hours time frame, 4 hours week, 4 hours fair value. Um, but now I don't know. The reason why I say I don't know because it kind of closed above the fair value, so I'm not too sure whether it will. The hell is going on? Okay. So I'm not sure whether it will still come back down to this daily fair value, but I will keep a lookout of it. If we have price, yeah, if we have price liquidate once more and then break down, I will take the short to this daily fair value. Um, and then watch out for long again. So let me draw this out. Or if price just reverse from here, I will wait for a long back to this buy side liquidity. Basically, this equal highs over here. So I think both are good take profit level. Definitely on the watch out here. That's all I have for Forex. I will also want to cover a little bit on the stocks wise because I do have something in mind that I want to enter. But it might take time because this is on a very high time frame. So what I had in mind is BBIO. I think it's a healthcare company, biotech company. This is looking good to me in a way. Uh, on 3 months time frame, we had price in the fair value gap over here. But to me, on a weekly time frame, we still did not have any weekly fair value gap created over here. We did have one, but it only liquidated all this buy side and then break down again. Right now um we have formed equal lows sell side liquidity over here. So I think we might actually go up, pick up the high again, and then back down. So for scalp wise, I think we can take a puts once it liquidate this high back to this monthly 3 months fair value, and then wait for price to come into here. Maybe probably wait for a weekly fair value, and then I will take a long. I would probably take a leaps contract for calls. It depends when you created. I would need to take like 1 year or maybe 2 years leaps. That's the first one. Second one would be I will not ping in my video when I enter. I will only ping the group that I'm in. So for anyone who is interested, please use the link below to join. This is just to give an idea of what I'm looking at. Next one here is VNQ, which is Vanguard ETF for real estate. So internal structure, we have created higher high, sorry, higher high, higher low, higher high again. So I think we are good to go to this all-time high um, in upcoming months or even years. Right now I think we are about to create the 3 months fair value. We should be able to uh, liquidate this high here, and then coming down again. So I don't think we will have an entry so soon. Uh, Probably going into the next year, Q2 or even Q3, hopefully we get an entry. I have the old swing high as the alert. Um, but I'm pretty confident with the setup. So other than news violating the setup, but I don't think we are going to do that. So for now, I will wait for price to actually mitigate this old swing high before I take a long. Uh, yeah. On a monthly basis, we had 2 monthly fair value gap created, multiple confluence basically. So for this one, again, I will take a leaps call. And then eventually, if we can tag this, I think our contract will go 200 or 300% up. The last one that I have in the list is ET. So I just spotted this like before the call, before the recording over here. This is a software company which is also related to AI. Um, for everything they know, AI is just definitely the boom. We had a good run on the hardware companies like Nvidia and other companies, as well as Palantir. I think Palantir has actually started to run for software companies. So on a yearly basis, we had yearly fair value gap mitigated. On a monthly basis, I think we are looking good at this point actually. So what I actually observed here is that price came back, liquidated multiple times, and we had actually created this monthly fair value gap twice. So I really can't say for sure whether we will come back to this monthly fair value here, but I hope we will. So what I'm going to do is actually to wait to see whether it comes back down to this 48, 49 level. If I will definitely take along the call leaps um, and eventually hold to this 61 and eventually to the final all-time high, which is 80. Hopefully we can get a fill here and get a strong close above this 61. Eventually we will go higher. So for now, I will just need to set alert and wait. Nothing to be done for now. So yeah, that's all about today video. I cover crypto, forex, and stocks. For anyone who has any pair that you would like me to actually go through in the future, please let me know. Comment down below or give me a text in Discord. That's all you need to do. And thank you.